Yeah. We back again.
You already know.
This is Oval Office Discussions, aka Blinds Up. This your man with the plan, all day, rocking shit. Black, say Jack.
Hey, and your boy Trey Parlito.
Already, that's my main nigga on the trigger, and you know how we do shit. We just coming through, talk real bullshit, all day, every day. Let's get into these weekend stories. First off, over the weekend, we here in Springfield, Mass. Over the weekend, we had the weekend, right? Today, What's today? Tuesday? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So over the MLK weekend, had a big fucking, I don't really want to call it a nor'easter, but I guess we can say it's a nor'easter. But boy, it was cold as balls outside. Let me tell you.
I wouldn't say we got too much snow, but the fact that sleet got added in afterwards is what made it really bad. Yeah. But yeah, it was actual temperature that was the biggest problem.
Yeah, that wind was
cold
blowing.
As fuck outside.
Man, it wasn't playing no games outside. Disrespecting my polo coat and all that.
And what's even worse, I don't know if it's worse or what makes it even crazier is because we're in New England. Tomorrow it's gonna be like 50 degrees almost. Yeah. So that's what that's where it's at.
We deal with.
-5 to 50 2 days later, cause fuck it, why not?
Why not?
You know,
you deserve a warm day, I guess.
Yeah. In New England, we get it all, even when we don't want it. So.
Oh, and actually, it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to rain or snow again. What's that? I think Thursday.
Yeah.
I think Thursday, or I think Thursday is supposed to rain, and then like Friday or Saturday, it's supposed to snow. So
yeah, because tomorrow and Thursday is supposed to be kind of warm, and then it's supposed to go back to being cold again. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So
no fun.
Also during this weekend, we had the Manny Pacquiao Adrian Broner fight. Hold on, timeout.
We've literally not talked about this at all, so I'm very excited.
So at all,
for us to bring this
timeout. We'll get back to that in a second because I think it's way more important right now to big your boys up for getting to the Super Bowl coming up in when's it come out, next week?
Yeah. No.
No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
It was
LA, aka St. Louis Rams. Big ups. Although some controversy behind that.
True.
True. It was clearly a pass interference. Clearly.
Yeah, probably.
Even the nigga that did it knew it was a pass interference. So,
yeah, probably.
I'm just saying.
But hey.
It's mad posts on the gram now showing the black ref that was right there. I guess he used to play for the Rams.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
I mean, honestly, I'm more concerned with what the Patriots did to get into the Super Bowl because, like always, they had to fucking pull some strings to make shit work out for them.
Why? What happened?
So the last play of the game,
dun, dun, dun.
Before it went into overtime, maybe it wasn't the last play. It was one of the last plays. Tom Brady threw an interception.
Called back.
And then it got called because that would have been the end of the game.
Of course, it was called back.
Casey was up.
This is Tom Fraud Brady.
We would have been done. That would have been over. But somehow, after I think it was a pick six too.
Man, this is fakey breaky.
They brought it back because of a neutral zone infraction.
And do you think
you could have blown the whistle once that happened? Why did you let the whole play go through just to call it back off of that BS?
Because we have to hand him the trophy. That's what I started by saying big ups to you guys, but at the same time, you guys are gonna get trashed, and that's gonna hurt my feelings even more.
I mean, they don't win every time.
No, they don't win every time.
Granted, we're not the Giants, who seems to be the only team that can beat them. But we were the first team to go up against them when this whole reign started.
Right.
So we could be the end of it too.
Yeah.
Honestly, Tom Brady doesn't have much left.
No.
He maybe
but
next
I just
year.
feel like,
But definitely
this
not
was just another
2-3 years from now.
to hand him another trophy.
Yeah, they want them to have it. Of course they do. Of course.
But then at the same time, with the refs blowing the call like they did, because I definitely think the Patriots had a better chance against the Saints. Although they were rolling, I can't lie, and the defense of the Patriots is trash.
Yeah.
So they probably would have got rolled on over. But they do have our. I'm just saying. But I don't know. C.J. Anderson is one thing, but
yeah, Todd Gurley, he didn't really show up.
Todd
that
Gurley,
game,
aka Bo Jackson, he didn't
Anderson,
really
he
show
did.
up.
And that was my whole thing is that one of them was going to show up because they've both been showing out.
Yeah.
So luckily we had that, but honestly it was the defense that won it for us because Drew Brees was fucking going in. And I knew if we couldn't stop him early, it was going to be a problem.
Right.
And he went off early. So, the fact that we won that game, I was actually really surprised that we came back to win it. But, I think against New England, whoever, won out between Saints and Rams is really going to show who really has it. So, I think the Rams have a good chance against the Patriots. I think that was just a
decoy. It sounds good what you're saying, but I just think it's a decoy to give Tom Fakey Brady his next ring so they can say, oh my God, he's the GOAT. Which, by the way, let's fucking talk about that.
I mean, he kind of is.
But wait,
only because I count rings. That's the only reason I say that. It's because I count rings.
I'm glad you're the type of fan that counts rings like me. Because that's what I count. Great, the numbers are there, but let's just talk about this. First of all, he should have never even got to the first ring. Let's just be clear on that.
Every one is tainted. Every Super Bowl appearance is tainted.
All right. So, with that being said, if we know that every Super Bowl of his has been tainted, there should be an asterisk every Super Bowl, but there isn't. And then, even more importantly than that, how is he the GOAT if he should have asterisks?
It's really tough because
if there's always a scandal next to your name, and then you get a championship. I'm just saying.
Well, what makes it tough for me to have any rebuttal to that? Because again, if you ask me, I'd be like, yeah, he's the GOAT. If somebody was like, yeah, he's the GOAT, all right, he's the GOAT. Because there's not much for me to say. And I agree that if you put the asterisk next to his name, then maybe we can have a discussion about it. But there's not an asterisk next to his name because that's how the rules that's how the rules play out. And sometimes they play out in your favor. Sometimes they don't.
For instance.
It just always works out for him.
For instance, the whole reason he had his first ring, that rule just got canned. The whole reason they got canned was they couldn't flip heads or tails on what it was.
Yeah.
Obviously you can't, because if you're gonna say he was tucking it, guess what? It's a fumble.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're gonna say, how his arm was, it was still going back. And as he released it, it was already getting hit out of his hand. That's still a fumble.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no, it was an incomplete. No, I agree that there's been a lot of BS surrounding his whole reign. But for me, what makes him spectacular is the fact that year in and year out, we don't have a choice. We have to talk about Tom Brady.
No, that's all that matters.
Ever since 2001, we've had to talk about Tom Brady every single year.
And it's fucking horrible. Can't wait.
He's been MVP a few of those years, so it's really not. If you're not a fan of him or his team, then yeah, it is horrible. But if you're just a fan of football, it's amazing that there is one quarterback that regardless of the year, we have to talk about him.
I'm a fan of football. And I also just see what the hell? There's no way. Look, for instance, like I tell everybody else, put him on another team, like other New Englanders, like other Patriots were on other teams that came from New England and went to other teams. They were all fucking trash. I don't want to count Randy Moss because he came from other teams and then he went to New England. I don't want to count T.O. because he came from other teams. Chad Johnson, can't do that because he came from other teams. But almost everybody, not even Corey Dillon, because Corey Dillon came from other teams and then went over there. Everybody that came with Tom Brady in the Tom Brady era, let's say in the Tom Brady era, when they went elsewhere, trash. I will say I'll give Matt Castle maybe the only credit, and he had like one good year, maybe two.
Yeah.
We don't fact check, so fuck that. But one good year, maybe two. But with Andy Reid, come on. Andy Reid's a great coach.
Yeah.
Defensively, but still somehow offensive always works for him with whatever team he's coaching. So,
I mean, your point about, players leaving and not, excelling or producing, to me that speaks to what Bill Belichick is building over there. Because
I don't want to give him
because
no credit neither because
you gotta give him
no,
what?
No, you don't.
Of all people,
No, you don't.
Of all of the people,
all right.
He definitely deserves credit.
Okay,
so
if you
don't want to give it to Tom Brady,
teams. He was also coaches on other teams.
Yeah, but he accomplished things with this team,
and he didn't win anything.
But he accomplished things with this team.
Better players. He didn't win nothing.
I mean, that's the thing.
He had maybe
you either have to
seasons.
You either have to give
coach.
him the credit,
Trash.
or you have to say Tom Brady's just that good.
No,
that didn't matter who was coaching him.
Or we can say, the system was made for them to win.
Nah, I think Bill Belichick just knows the system well enough to understand how to work around the rules because that's what he does all the time.
He could have damn sure won in Cleveland. Couldn't do that, and he had a good season.
I mean, he was probably learning at that time.
No,
once he became
Bill Belichick been a coach since the New York Giants was winning Super Bowls because he was under Bill Parcells.
Yeah, I know his history. What I mean is once he became a head coach, it started with the Patriots, right?
I hate to say this too, but he is the Tom Brady in the coaching world. This nigga comes off the bench out of left field. Loser, and then his man Godell gets the helm.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden he's winning all the Super Bowls.
No, he's amazing. Here's the thing. When it comes to Bill Belichick's coaching, we've experienced enough of him as a head coach to really understand what his philosophy and his approach is. And you get it. And you get why it works too. Because he's good at defense. And that's it. And his offense,
that's what
he really focuses on the O-line, which is really important.
That's what I was going to say, too. He's a defensive
Tom Brady is one of the most protected quarterbacks that's ever existed.
You're right, because you got Godell watching your back as security. So, you know what I mean? This guy, Tom Brady, got more security than TSA.
And that's definitely what helped him excel as far as the stats go. But again, regardless of stats,
he the only quarterback that stands in the pocket like his
are different than regular season.
No,
playoffs are very different than regular season.
Not when it comes to those guys, and that's not
when to what guys?
To the Patriots.
What do you mean? How's it? It's not different for them. It's tough. Playoffs are tougher, and if you know how to play in the playoffs, that's when you know the real mettle of a player.
Did Eagles beat them last year? No, right?
Last year?
Yeah.
That's when they won. Yeah. That's when the Eagles won.
No, I'm saying they beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
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 So they got revenge. So maybe you guys get revenge. Maybe.
I mean, here's the thing. Only NFC East teams seem to be able to have the power to beat them. That seems to be the only sort of, pattern we can figure out now. But whatever. We'll see how it goes in a couple weeks.
We'll see how it goes in a couple weeks. On to the NBA. I want to give you guys congratulations for finally
Boogie's in the building.
Being able
Boogie's
to
in the building.
take my Lakers out. It's 3-1, by the way.
I mean, we had to add Boogie and make sure LeBron and Rondo and Ball weren't there, but
That's
still,
true.
We won.
You had to put a call in. I forget what game Lonzo went down. I think it was Houston.
I think somebody took him out.
I think it was Houston. Golden State put a call like, "Hey, yo, listen, we need you to take this fucking guy out.
We trying to stay number one.
We can't let them just season sweep us." Speaking of number one, now we're out the playoffs. We're number 9. That fucking pissing me off.
Again, it's not gonna stay like that, especially once LeBron comes back.
No, we know that.
Start winning some more games.
We definitely know that. It's not even All-Star break yet, so I'm not really, after All-Star break, that's when I'm really like dialed in.
Yeah, that's when you really gotta care about your position. Yeah.
For sure. Also, it's close, people. I just want to let everybody know this. It's close. Remember where you heard it first. Look, I've been telling people since LeBron got to LA. Not a LeBron fan. I'm an LA fan. But since he's come to LA, I've been saying, now watch. We're going to get AD. Because Magic Johnson said, when the Pelicans start playing bad, we're going after AD. When. He didn't say if. When. Which I thought was foul. But he said when. We're going to get him. Here's why. We need to free up a player spot. And the reason why I say this is because Carmelo Anthony... Because I'm trying to tell people, we're about to tiptoe quietly through the night like thieves. We're going to trade for Anthony Davis. We're going to pick up Carmelo, put him 7 or 8 on the bench, chilling. We're going to get this ring. And then next year, we're going to pick up another. Oh, don't be surprised. I forgot. Don't be surprised if Kyrie joins us.
I was just hearing about that today, and I don't know.
But look,
about that.
But look. Could you just for a second? They
would be really powerful.
Wait.
But
could you just for a second indulge it for a second? Because
of course I can.
Because then we could get rid of. Because then we could really get rid of fucking Lonzo.
You can get rid of anybody you want.
No.
As long as you keep
Kuzma staying.
I was gonna say as long as you keep Stevenson
and JaVale, and we need JaVale because he's gonna run up and down the court. Mm-hmm. And with AD, that's gonna be powerful.
I was gonna say there's only a couple people you really need, but if you have LeBron and Kyrie back together, I mean that's again to me when he's on, Kyrie's the best player in the league.
Whoa.
He's the best. To me, when he's on, he's the best player in the league.
Not even when he's on.
In playoffs, he performs like a motherfucker. And again, that's when it really counts. Wow. The playoffs is when it really counts. And he can perform in the playoffs.
As you guys hear, my co-host is fucking drunk. This nigga talking about Kyrie's the best player in the league.
When he's on, he is.
Not even when he's on.
He is.
Oh, but
he's clutch.
I do. He's clutch. He is clutch, but he's not the best player even when he's on.
He's crazy. He's amazing.
Here's a question I do have to raise, though. Everyone said, I never will say this, sorry. But everyone says LeBron James is the best player in the league. Mm-hmm. So, does that make Westbrook number 2?
Here, again, because I count rings, Westbrook is up there as far as being able to produce numbers.
Wait,
but he's not one of the best players until he starts winning championships.
But before LeBron even had a ring, they called him the best player.
Yeah, not me though. I'm
not
going.
saying you.
But
saying,
okay, but I feel
going
you.
off of that.
I feel you.
Going off of that, would Westbrook be number 2?
I mean, he would be up there. Because you could say the same thing about AD because he produces like a motherfucker as well. Pause. And nobody's really talking about what, where he stands or how good he is or where he should belong or anything. Because at the end of the day, it's about, well, do you win championships or not?
It is about that.
And granted, Westbrook can bring his team to the playoffs every year. I have no doubt about that.
He can't.
I don't think he will ever miss a playoff.
Yes, he would.
I don't. He's pretty good. I mean, if he's placed in the right place, I don't know. I don't really know if he's gonna miss.
He has to have somebody with him first of all. But I'm only asking that because in whether AD's not in the conversation because whether we're talking about Westbrook, LeBron, or not, AD's top 5, top 10, period.
So is Westbrook. They're both top 10.
But I only bring up the Westbrook situation because if LeBron's the best player in the league, in the world, right? Mm-hmm. But Westbrook averages a triple double. How does that not? That not make him better? Rings or no rings? How does that not make you better? But I'm not speaking up for Westbrook. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Because I've asked a couple of people. Yeah. I've asked a couple of people that I want to have guests and ask these same question. Same question. I've asked them the same question though. Because they're LeBron fans. And I said, okay, LeBron's the best in the world, right? And they're like, what? Why is that a fucking question? Okay, wait. Calm down. Just relax. If LeBron's the best in the world, does that make Westbrook number 2, number 3? And the answer has always so far been, no, I'm bugging. I'm bugging, but Westbrook, like LeBron, averages a triple-double. So what's the difference, really?
You said like LeBron?
Yeah.
I didn't know he averages
LeBron doesn't average it. Well, in the playoffs last year he did.
Okay, in the playoffs, yes.
Yeah. In the playoffs last year he did.
Yeah, during the season he doesn't have.
No, he doesn't. But it's close enough. Let's just say he does. Let's just humor.
And he produces. Yeah, no, for sure.
And they score around the same. And Westbrook shooter. So
I was gonna say the only reason I would understand why people wouldn't be with you on the Westbrook train is because again it's about how the season ends. If you are not winning a championship,
but listen,
what are you even doing any of it for?
The same type of people
because he can win games, obviously.
Who, Westbrook? Yes.
Yeah, he can win games. He can score a lot. He can average a triple double all he wants. If you're not winning a game, what does it matter? Like, what does it really matter if you're not, No,
I get it. I get that. And
I'll always, again, that's why counting rings is for me the way to go because
that's for sure. That's very what important
everybody's
to me.
after.
I was just saying.
So I mean that's the only argument I can say that is, hey, this is why Westbrook isn't really on because, wow.
Right. I mean, I get that part. Because again, like I said, I'm not sticking up for Westbrook because to me, personally, he is. Hold on, let me just give myself a second. He's probably, in my eyes, top 3, top 4 point guard. Let's forget top 10 player. Let's forget that.
If we focus on just point guard.
Let's just focus on just point guard, which would probably obviously bring him down the overall top player list. You see what I'm saying? Because me personally, I like Dame Lillard more than I like Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook, one of my favorite point guards. But Damian Lillard is that guy. Kyrie, obviously. That's what I said.
Chris
like
Paul.
top 3, top 4, maybe not Chris Paul.
I was gonna say, would you put him
Chris
above Chris Paul? That's what I'm saying. Would you
I like
put him
Chris
above or below?
Paul's, like, he's a dog. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Westbrook, you'll get the dog on certain nights.
Mm.
And other nights, it's frustration. So, there's that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't really say, but that's why I always raise the question: how do we say LeBron the best in the world, but Westbrook averages a triple double and he's not number 2 or number 3? So it's really not. It's not a detriment to Westbrook. Really, I'm detrimenting LeBron. Really, because how do we just give him that credit? But here we are, Westbrook. He's smaller. He plays a whole nother position, and he does the exact same thing, if not more than you, the best player in the world.
I mean, he'll get the credit once he gets the rings. Once he gets the rings, he'll get the
I'm glad
credit.
you brought Anthony Davis up too, because you can kind of say the same thing about him.
Exact same
Only reason
thing.
I wouldn't is because
he shows
only
the fuck out.
Oh,
He's
always
scoring 50, 60 points a game.
Yeah, with 20
And
rebounds.
people don't even dog about that shit. And it's just like,
with 20 rebounds.
yo, this dude
and he'll
is
have 5
crazy.
blocks. Yeah.
He is crazy on the, like.
So for sure, for like the next couple of weeks, I'll definitely have my ear to the streets on this ESPN wave.
To see what happens.
Yeah, no, it's gonna go down. It just went down this morning. Houston traded to Carmelo Anthony to the Bulls, which I know they're gonna waive him to free agency. Mm-hmm. It's gonna let us tiptoe quietly through the night like a thief. Hey, Carmelo, come over here. About to get this ring. Sit him 7 or 8 on the bench, and he's gonna be chilling and getting his ring, and that's all that's gonna matter. They was just it was another report talking about him and Lala reconciling.
Yeah.
So if that happened, you know what's happening.
He's going to LA. He's back with Lala.
Right.
What? LA. What do you mean?
Right.
It's all.
That's
in the stars, baby.
It's in the stars. As I said.
All right, it's time to get to the shit.
Yeah, let's get to this
Pacquiao.
shit. Pacquiao, Broner.
This shit was hilarious.
Wait. First off, before we get into
the fight was hilarious and the post fight was hilarious. Oh my god, the fight was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
This nigga is ridiculous.
I was totally upset because he definitely came out. He came out the way I said he should have. Focus. He threw some punches. And then after that,
and then he was like, "I'm gonna do my best Mayweather impression, just defend the whole time." He didn't do a good impression whatsoever. Nobody knew who he was trying to impersonate because he wasn't doing a good job whatsoever.
But before that fight, they had I think it was the first fight of the night. The guy Badu Jack. Against Sir Marcus Brown. Sir Marcus Brown comes out with the unanimous decision victory to get the belt. But I think that damn fight should have been stopped way earlier than that. They had a clash of heads, and Badu Jack he has a weird forehead. Mm-hmm. I guess for the lack of a better term, and so like the way. You know how like everybody else's forehead, it creases sideways. Mm-hmm. Well, his creases like this somehow.
It's weird.
And like when they headbutted, you could see it open up immediately. Yeah. But then like round after round, it was spreading. Like you seen his skull.
Oh, I didn't see all that. I saw it opening up. Bro. I saw the scar. And I saw it opening up. I didn't see it get that far.
I won't play no sound.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, this was wild. I was like, crazy. Wait a second. How you had
because I didn't watch any of the pre fights. I didn't watch the main fight, but I did, as I went back to watch the post stuff, I saw all the stuff about Badu Jack. And that was no.
Look at this nigga skull.
No.
Wild.
No.
Wild. I don't know
Where's
how
the towel?
Yeah,
I will throw a towel in for this nigga.
Nah,
I'm not his coach or
nothing.
He's a word. I will throw that shit in.
Nah, he's a word.
Done.
Nah, he's a word.
Not even because I want him to stop fighting, just because I want to stop looking at that. That was crazy.
But nah, he's a word. And it was pulsating in the fight. Like like, yo, that's why I kept opening. That's why I kept opening wider. Cause at first of all, like soon as it was funny too, cause it was like a real, damn, like one of those cuts that you see like open immediately. So like upon headbutt, boom. Soon as their heads started to come away from each other, you seen it open. And I'm like, oh no. But at first it was just a slice. Yeah. But it was like man blood coming out. And then like one round.
I fucking hope so.
It was like 7 or 8
blood in his system.
Yeah. But I've seen cuts where like it cut and then like it's blood, but it's a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or like who else is? I seen somebody's eye get open, like it was like open, but it wasn't bleeding. I don't know how that happened. That's something else. But yeah. So Pacquiao Broner. It whack
was
ass fight.
I was gonna say it was anticlimactic. Unfortunately,
I think it was really just a setup because they really want Mayweather again. Even though I don't think Mayweather.
I wish it was a setup.
Why?
Because this nigga said the same thing at the end of the fight that these niggas only gave him the win so that they can get a rematch with Mayweather. Here's the thing: he whooped your ass. It's not a setup. If one person whoops the other person's ass. So it can't be a setup because of that. So it's the only thing that doesn't make it a setup to me.
But he only kicked his ass due to lack of work. It wasn't like he was just kicking his ass. You watched the fight?
I mean, I watched the highlights.
No. See, I knew I should have called you. Had you pull up.
Yeah, I should have pulled up to watch the full thing. But
no.
I need to see the most important parts. I feel like I did. I saw when this nigga tried to like show what he had, and then I saw the rest of the fight when Pacquiao was just fucking him up. That was the rest of the fight. Like so.
For like the first 3, maybe 4 rounds, he was doing a couple of things. He even hit Pacquiao with a couple of punches that I think actually stunned Pacquiao. Maybe even wobbled him a little bit. But there was one time where Pacquiao punched him and he got hurt. But there's a lot about that, that I could see why, like, for instance, I'm not upset with him saying he knows he won. Because a lot of times Pacquiao, or there's other boxers too that are swinging a lot, but they ain't hitting shit. And I'm not bigging you up, and you're hitting gloves or you're hitting his arm. That's not getting you points. But what people don't realize is, with the crowd's reaction and the judges' not the judges. With the crowd, well, the judges don't hear the commentators. But with the crowd's reaction, the judges are scoring off of that too. Even if you didn't hit shit, you might not have hit nothing. Right.
Yeah.
You might have hit all glove. Pong! Oh my God! That might have got the judges to react. So that's another part
he was hitting this nigga though.
I mean... Just what I don't know what highlights. I don't know what highlights you watched.
I watched a few of them because I knew it was serious and like I need to figure out because here's the thing. Here's how I started watching it. I watched the post-fight interview first. Right. When this nigga was complaining, I was like, "What the hell is he complaining about?" Let me go back and see what. And I watched the fight. Pacquiao was fucking him up. Like. He can maybe think he was blocking some shit, but he wasn't blocking that much.
Saturday.
He didn't block that much.
Saturday, if
this
you ain't
nigga
got
was getting
shit.
through his defense
Saturday,
and
if
fucking
you
him
ain't
up.
got shit going on, come on through, fall through the crib,
Watch the full fight.
and watch the full fight. It'll be on Showtime for free. Although I mean, I watch it Showtime for free, but definitely fall through. So you can, cause like I said, there were
because maybe there's some moments where he was really
moments where he was
controlling the fight, like he said.
I'm not gonna
but
say he controlled the fight.
that's what I mean. Like
I'm
that's
not saying
that's the big thing is that
I'm not
he
saying
wasn't
that.
swinging and he was getting hit on the whole time.
No, he wasn't though. That's the thing. He wasn't getting beat on. That's the thing. Like again, that's why I'm saying I'm not gonna. If you threw, let's say he threw 80 punches, but you only in reality hit me 10 times, I'm not gonna give you 70 punches worth of credit. I just can't do that. I cannot do that, and I know in the boxing world that happens where because you were the more active fighter, they're going to give you the round. Although I might have hit you 3 times and you hit me twice.
But the defense he was playing wasn't really all that impressive.
I'm not saying it was all that impressive, but what I'm saying is all the punches that looked like landed didn't actually land.
Okay, I feel you.
And that's all I'm saying. It's the same thing when he fought Floyd. If it was just an HBO pay-per-view, Floyd probably would have lost because they had Pacquiao winning. So that just shows you activity is what HBO likes. Allegedly. Because, I mean, you can look it up on the internet and it definitely had Pacquiao winning. How? I fucking have no clue.
No,
but that's not the first fight that I've seen where...
that's how they rate it. Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? It's about activity. Not necessarily I hit you or you hit me. It's about, okay, you threw 100 punches this round. It looked good. Sounds good on paper. But if you didn't hit me, you didn't hit me. Period. So, I mean, that's just what I seen. But also going off of what I seen, because, you know what I mean, I pretty much had a full house that night. We was chilling. And wifey even was like, I thought I was just too fucking high, but he wasn't throwing no punches.
No, he wasn't.
So, I definitely, like I said, he wasn't throwing no punches. But, you know, I said that before the fight. If he comes in focus, throws punches like he knows he should,
it could have been a really quick fight.
He would have fucked him up.
He wasn't doing that.
But when he first came in, because like I said, when the fight first started, he hit him with a couple good pop, poop, poop, poop. And Pacquiao respected it at first. But then after he stopped working, I guess, you know, that's when, you know what I'm saying, Pacquiao realized.
Oh, it's my turn.
You know what I'm saying? It's about activity. And that's really what it's about. It's just about activity. And,
you gotta make it entertaining. That's what we're here for at the end of the day. We don't want to just see you win based off the rules, whatever the rules are. We want to see a good fight, you know? So, I mean, but at the end of the day, we all knew what that fight was for.
Yeah.
The whole reason for that fight is just to see who was going to fight Mayweather next.
Hopefully not. I'm hoping that Floyd just stays retired. Just stay retired. Get this bread.
He wants money. What do you mean?
He's getting bread. He's a promoter. He just got money off of that fight right there.
He'll get so much more when he fights.
But he just got money off of that fight
and
right
if
there.
he wins, which he knows he's
of
going
course he's
to
gonna
do,
win that, but
so he's going to get so much more of the money if he decides to fight. But it has to be a big fight, and I think that's what it needs to be. He needs to be able to build up a really big fight. But
hold on. For this, I would say they probably gonna get maybe like 4 or 5 million, 6 or 7 million a piece, maybe, right?
For this last fight,
yeah, for Pacquiao and Broner, right? Bro, the rest of that goes to Floyd. What's the problem?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I know he'll come out of retirement. You can't see my air quotes, but he'll come out of retirement. But it has to be for the right amount of money. And it needs to be
Yeah, of
like
course.
$50 million. And
First of all, he doesn't wake up for under 100, so.
and that's what I mean. Like if he
And I-
doesn't
but-
fight,
But do you think
he's not
another-
gonna make a lot of money. He's
But
not
do
gonna
you-
do it.
but
But
do
if
you
he
think-
if he can create the hype around the fight that will make him that amount of money, he will fight.
He's
So,
gonna make that. He's gonna have the hype regardless. You see, I
Nobody
don't know.
just wants to see him win again. They want to see like a real,
Well, that's
like a
First of
real,
all,
they want to see something.
First
Like
of all,
his last
everybody
fight
been
was only
one-
because it was built up so much.
First of all,
there was so
everybody-
much build up to that fight. That's what made it big.
Which one?
It's because it was two shit talkers. Him versus
no, his last fight was with this Japanese kid on New Year's, and it was like 60 seconds.
Mayweather?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know he fought.
It was like a
somebody
little
after this
exhibition
dude.
match, and then he knocked him around for like.
Oh, so it was for fun.
I mean,
It wasn't for money. If it
was
for
for
money,
money.
I mean, obviously he made
he
some
got
money,
he
but
got paid $9 million.
that doesn't. Yeah. What I mean is when it's really
I
on
don't know.
show.
$9 million for a minute.
That's true, and that's what I mean. Like he can. That was worth it. Obviously, if it's only a exhibition, 1 round.
No,
shit,
no. It was supposed to be 3 rounds, but
3 rounds, even 3 rounds
it
is
didn't last
light
3
work
rounds.
for him. I'm just saying it's light work for him.
Yeah, no, that's
3
true.
rounds for
I'm
sure.
just saying it just didn't last 3 rounds, but he got paid $9 million. That's all I'm saying.
No, I gotta go back and watch that. But
But yeah, that was. I mean, it was built up at first, and then it wasn't, because he said that they tried to play him and stuff like that. So I don't know. But what I do know is,
yeah, the
I
numbers.
Mean,
They're
with,
probably trying to play him
I
on
mean,
the numbers.
with the Conor McGregor thing, Conor McGregor had been talking trash for a lot of years.
And that's what I mean.
Like now, I gotta come and
that's what
shut you
made-
up.
But that's what made it
But with Manny Pacquiao,
anything. That's
but,
what made it anything.
But
was
with
the
Manny
fact that there was a lot of
Pacquiao,
shit
he
talking.
had been calling Manny Pacquiao out for years.
Yeah, and they fought twice now. So.
No, they only fought once.
But they had a.
They only fought one time.
Who did he fight the second time then? Recently, one of his last fights.
No. Only person.
He rematched somebody.
Maidana.
Who?
Maidana. That's the same guy that beat Broner the first time.
Okay.
Which I think actually that's why Broner doesn't throw his hands no more. Because Maidana put the fear of God in that boy. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? After Maidana smacked him, you know what I mean? Even though he fought the rest of the fight, and you know what I'm saying? I just realized after that fight he became shell-shocked. But other than that, we got some big fights coming up though. We got on, I think it's February 9th, Anderson Silva is fighting Israel, the style bender, Adesanya.
Okay.
I will, and that's not even the main event for that. I don't watch UFC, but I will be watching that just because I am a huge Anderson Silva fan, and my uncle loves the style bender. That is his guy. So I definitely got to see how this comes out. On that same day, I don't know how I'm gonna be channel surfing like an MFer. Because on that same day, we got my man Javante Tank Davis fighting Abner Mares. That's a boxing match, and I love boxing. I really think that I know you're not a boxing guy, so you don't really know. But I really think that we need to get this Tank Davis Lomachenko thing out of the way. Let my man Tank roll him over, and that's it.
I mean, those are actually 2 names I know, so I just don't think it's going to be that easy for Tank, but...
Oh, it'll be easy. Just because
I
I think, like for instance, I think Lomachenko just fought somebody Tank fought named Pedraza. They both knocked. I think they both knocked him out. I think. But
Who did quicker?
No
fact check.
I think Lomachenko got him out of there faster. But the Tank destroyed him. It's a difference. It's a difference. See, all of that pity pat shit that Lomachenko likes to do, and turn you and this and that. I don't think that's gonna work.
I was gonna say, but if it does work,
I don't think that's gonna work with a fighter like Tank though.
okay.
Like there was another fighter some years back that was just running through people, and he was like a bull. And I had told my bro, if somebody with defense fights this guy, he's gonna get fucked up quick. And he's like, nah. This guy Darchinian, he's the truth, blah blah, right? And I'm like, all right, we'll see. Lo and behold, the Filipino Flash, Nonino Donaire, he comes in with good defense, nice boxer, trashes Darchinian quick. I think Lomachenko is going to suffer the same type of fate with Tank.
You think he's that aggressive that he's just
I think that Lomachenko, I don't think that it's that he's that aggressive. I think that when you get a fighter that is a dog, like he hasn't really fought a dog like that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And a couple of fighters that he has fought that have a little heart, they've tagged him a couple of times. And if it was that easy for them to hit him, and they're not, those people would, Tank would have destroyed those guys. And if it was that easy for them to hit Lomachenko, and the problem is everybody comes in against Lomachenko and then goes straight to head hunting. You forget about the body. The body don't move. Only the head does. Whereas Tank Davis is he'll come in and body punch you. See what I'm saying? That's where I think would be the difference. That would be the only thing where I would say gets Tank the win. And I think in impressive fashion, and I also think he would knock Lomachenko out. But also, we have what's this, March? I think in March, Errol Spence goes against Mikey Garcia, which I think kind of is a mismatch. But we'll see how that goes, actually, because Mikey Garcia, I think, is one of the brightest minds in boxing. And then he has his brother, Robert Garcia, as his trainer, who is also one of the brightest minds in boxing. So that's where it's going to be. I'm going for Errol Spence, but that's where it's going to be interesting because that's going to be a chess match for real. And I love when boxing matches are actually chess matches. So that's going to be
smart
one.
Boxers, yes.
Right.
There's
So
not, it
that's
doesn't
gonna be
happen
what I'm
too
looking
often, but when it does happen, it's magical because you see them thinking.
Right.
It's amazing. They're just punching, but you see them thinking.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
And then right after that, on 4/20, my favorite holiday after Halloween, we got my man, one of my favorite boxers, Terrence Bud Crawford, going against
Bud.
Amir King Kong. I was trying to figure out, like, wait a minute, I know I just seen it. So we got Terrence Bud Crawford going against Amir King Kong. And I don't know how, I don't know about this one. I think Terrence is going to make a quick night of this. I like Amir Khan, but he's just fast hands, fast feet. But when you tap that chin the right way, geez Louise, he's out of there. And I think Terrence Crawford, because he switches. When you switch, when you're a switch hitter, and you're and you're and you're great, that makes a bad night. So it's a few good fights coming up. I can't wait. Super Bowl's coming up.
I'm gonna say
couple weeks.
We're gonna cover all that shit.
Can't wait. We're
happens.
definitely gonna be covering all of that when that comes up. When it goes down. I would love to live cast that. That shit would be dope. One of those.
Yeah. I think coming up soon we'll get to that point.
Yeah. Till next time, and the fucking bottle is pulled up, and the weed is rolled up. This your main nigga on the trigger. BLAK. That's that man, Black Sage Jack. And I'm chilling right here with my guy, Trey Paulito.
You already know. Trey in the house.
And this is Oval Office Discussions, a.k.a. Blinds Up. We out.
Alright, peace.